Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be unboxing a mouse that I got from Azeron. It's not sponsored, so I'm going to be totally honest about it. It's the Azeron Cyro. So I hurt my hand at work like a little bit ago, and like I almost completely lost my finger. So it was like hanging on. Destroyed the knuckle bone like in the middle here, so there's no bone like connecting my fingers there. Like it had to get fused back together, and then I had a compound fracture on the tip here, and then I also severed the tendon and arteries and nerves all going to my fingertip on the right side there. So it's gonna be like a long healing process, lots of surgery. I have to get a joint replacement. So for a bit, I'm gonna be in and out of cash. So I figured I might as well get something that'll help me with all that. And then once I do get my finger back or my hand back, I'll just be a pro. Just a tensor bandage on my hand right now, but underneath they have like a casting also. Like if anyone thinks like I'm lying, I can't like pull it out because it hurts my hand, but it's in there. That was probably like the worst experience of my life though. I was almost losing a finger. Just gonna destroy the box instead. This is probably the least smooth unboxing video you'll ever see. Oh no, it's still in there. I'm gonna turn that side around. So, if anyone's curious about what happened to my hand, I work in a mill, and there's a conveyor belt kind of style thing called a trim saw, or it's connected to a thing called a trim saw. And I'm a grader there, so I grade all the wood, and there was a piece of wood stuck in the ventilation system that I couldn't like deal with. It just kept blowing chunks at me, like it was getting in my eyes, at my nose, and stuff. So I asked, how do I lock up the machine properly? We're all trained and signed off in the very beginning also. So I did have training. I just wanted like a refresher. And so I lock up the machine. That's when you turn it off and like remove power. Then like you put a lock in it so this knob can't turn again. And I, just because I'm dumb, I assumed that meant that the blade instantly stopped, kind of like a miter saw or a table saw. And so I signed my lockout paper saying like I did lock it out. And then I reached in there in the ventilation system and I started trying to get the board out of it. It was like a 3-inch 2x4 that was just wedged in there. And when I moved it the tiniest bit, it hit the blade and the blade was still spinning. So that caused it to kick back up the thing. And I pulled it out, yeah, and the board had completely like just destroyed the middle there and like compound fractured my fingertip. I needed 3 hours of plastic surgery to get it fixed. And now I also got to go back again and get a joint replacement. So it has like a step-by-step guide on how to like adjust this for customization for yourself, because you can move literally everything on it for yourself to make it better for you, which is pretty awesome. That like that's like a huge shout out to Azeron for making this stuff accessible to like literally anyone. People that have disabilities, like if I would have lost my hand or something, because I could have, that board could have came up and hit me somewhere else and it like literally destroyed my bone. If you guys want to see it, I'll have my Discord linked below, and there's a room called Finger Gory where like you can see the finger if you're interested. Why couldn't the other box be that nice to open up? Okay. So, oh, don't fall, please. This main box here, I'm assuming, is the mouse. It looks super nice. Oh, they also pre-applied everything for me, except for the mouse skates, I guess. That's nice. They did all the finger grips and stuff because I ordered the finger grips to go with it. That's nice. Okay. It feels good to like just rest your hand in there. You guys might be able to hear the buttons. They're not like annoying or anything like that. It feels like when you're pressing the bumpers on a controller. I don't play controller, so I had to think about what they were called for a second. I almost said the triggers, but that's the upper piece of it. Yeah, so here's the mouse. Yeah, there's a sensor in the bottom there. Has all these buttons to... Oh, yeah. I'll show it off better in a second. You don't have to adjust the camera. I was just feeling it. So then we also got the accessories or the tools to make it like fully your own, because you can adjust, customize and adjust everything. Yeah, here's the little screwdriver that it comes with, because you can move this piece out. It's on a slider there. You can kind of see it slides in and out. You can adjust the position of the thumbstick if you want it like more to the side. Pretty sure you can even like twist the hand mount piece if like this part's uncomfortable for you. Comes with a nice solid looking cable. Now, I got white, but the whole mouse is black and blue. So I made, like, my original setup, I have a white mouse with like blue on it. Then I have a white keyboard with blue on it, and then I have a white Stream Deck. So I was kind of like hoping to go with the white theme still, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, so it comes with a strap that goes on the mouse to hold your hand in there. I just need to figure out how that goes in there. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Well, that's nice. So like you just have that extra grip, especially like if you don't have it. I do want to try getting the mouse skates on though, but I'm a little nervous to do it myself and like ruin the skates, you know, just because they got to be on there properly. And I'm doing this pretty much like one-handed. You know, I'll give you guys a better view of what's going on now. So we got the mouse and we're putting on the skates. Because yeah, it's just like plasticky adhesive stuff they got there. I don't even know what it is. It's not plastic.
1 hour later.
It's definitely not, even with the skates, it's not the most like amazing feeling I've ever used. I think it's meant for like a glass mouse pad or something like this, not a fabric one, because like it's got like a rough texture on the skates themselves. And then like my G Pro skates are completely smooth and it just glides. But like you can probably hear that, can't you? Yeah, like that rough rubbing sound. So you've got all these buttons here. It's gonna be nice. That's gonna be my left and right click. This thumbstick here is your WASD, so you can go like right, left, up, down, all using just a thumbstick. You don't have to like bind it onto these other buttons. I was using a Razer Naga that I bought the second this happened, and on the side I was doing 2, 4, 5, 6. So it looked like in WASD, so I could move. But it's like trying to hit the right button with all those 12 buttons there. It just didn't feel right. So there's the little ring here you can put on that I have to figure out how to take the knob off, because there's like this little ring there which'll adjust the amount that you have to move the thumbstick to get an activation or whatever. So I got to do that. And then there's a lot of stuff in the software that I'm gonna have to go through to figure it out. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit, and then we'll continue the video from there.
No, we won't. It'll be in part 2. I'm just
Feels
dumb.
good.